Towards from you, from New York City, it's E.T.O.
Oh my!
Are you retarded?
No, he's a zombie, dude.
So today was a good day. We went to South by Southwest Gaming today.
New York.
And I hope y'all, if you live in Austin, went to that.
I should have gone apparently
Because it's pretty magical.
It was pretty sweet.
There was.
We met a lot of cool people.
We got to try out the friggin' Rift and
The Oculus Rift.
Yeah, the Oculus Rift and this awesome VR technology too. It was awesome.
They had a really cool what they call it, like a statue making thing.
3D printing.
Yeah, the 3D printing where it was like $500.
Statue making thingy.
Anyway, it was like a
Statue
$500
making
you spent, and they put you in this little platform with all these cameras that surrounded you to take a 3D image of you, and then they I don't know if they make it right there.
It's like a 3D printer, just sort of bzz, bzz, bzz.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if they made it right there and then, but
Okay, now I regret not going to that then because my vanity would not let me die without at least one 3D printed statuette of myself.
$300 to $500.
It was $500, dude.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Man, if he paid that much, he probably wanted it.
I ran into some local cosplayers. One of whom we actually met at previous conventions, and one of the guys there was like, "You know what would be cool? I want to turn someone into a zombie. I want to do some zombie makeup." And I'm just like, "Really? Free?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Let's go right now." And so he turned me into a zombie. I'm still a zombie.
Pretty good. We'll take a picture of it.
yeah.
But more importantly, me and Jesse are talking about the people at Yay Technology. They are wonderful.
Yes, they are.
Wonderful. That's for you, Paul. It's pulling you right now.
What's
What did he do?
Yeah, Yay Technology. YEI. They are the geniuses behind the motion capture
Creo VR,
rigs.
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. We have a Creo VR right here, which is a suit that actually, it's a full body tracking suit. That is absolutely the most wonderful thing I've ever experienced in my life. It's incredibly disorienting, but it's a lot of fun.
Sounds sexy.
It was a good experience.
It was pretty
I had a
awesome.
great time talking with Paul and Amy. They are wonderful people, and
If you ever get a chance to actually try something like that, especially with the Oculus Rift, do it. It is amazing.
it's
Let's
something
go out
that
by
is
the
worth the
Oculus
wait. It's
Rift.
very interesting.
That's
Heck yeah.
$300 for those things.
Shit, I have
I think
that
they're
money.
back. I think they're back ordered right now. Like they didn't make enough, and people are all like, we want this, and they're all like, we don't have the tools to build anymore. So they're back ordering all the rest of those.
But yeah, no, South by was a great experience. It was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
We also got to meet some people from Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, who we may or may not be seeing in the future on this podcast. We'll see.
We got to meet was it Caboose and
Joel Heyman
Joel
and
Heyman and
Gus.
Yeah.
I don't know why we just say Gus's first name, but we pronounce Joel as Joel Heyman. But I guess.
And they also had the voice actor of one of the characters from Ruby.
Yeah.
Their new summer animated series.
Another thing too is we got to. You guys might see us. This is just like the nub of us still fapping over South by Southwest, but we got to meet a lot of the nice people from Digital Devolver who may be showing up on this podcast potentially in the future. And we got to play some great games. Like I highly recommend y'all give a try to Hotline Miami if you haven't played the first one, because the second one is fucking great. And then we got a chance to play Broforce, which is
Whenever it
one
comes
of
out,
the
buy
funnest
it.
games I've played in a very long time.
Ronan the Barbarian.
Yeah,
They're
it's
doing it right
pretty
now
hardcore.
for like what? It's like $10 for the pre-order,
10,
and that's
15?
early access.
15.
Oh, $15. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Conan's here.
Speaking of Ronan the Barbarian,
Take off your shot.
We have another famous person to add to our
Yep.
repertoire.
Yes.
Credit.
Which oddly enough, he looks more like friggin'
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
yeah, Johnny Depp more
Y'all
than
can all
Conan,
fuck
but
yourselves.
Does
He
not
does not
look
look
at all
like
like
Johnny
Johnny
Depp at all.
He's not a terrible
He's
actor.
Conan the businessman.
Yeah.
Business time.
Business.
Numbers?
Is this working?
yes.
But yeah, Pre-Air Entertainment, they're wonderful people. I see them having a very, very bright future.
Tux and I got to talk to a group of individuals. I'm going to bring it up, Tux, because you know more about it than I do.
I, for the life of me, I don't remember the guy's name.
Don't worry about the name.
All I have is his card, and it's, it has his email address, SuperFight at Gmail. But it's this great game called SuperFight, where you build, a character. You start with a character, and then you build it with attributes, and then your friends try to take it down with their attributes, and it's who would win in a fight. And the thing is, you argue about it and try to figure out who would actually win, and you destroy your friendships in it. The guy was super cool. He was super awesome. I enjoyed talking to him. I can't wait to play the game.
We'll have an episode of that up later.
Yeah, we'll definitely record one.
That's gonna happen with these guys. And then a little bit later, we ran into. I didn't really pay any attention to it, but Conan brought it up.
Way to go.
To deck around, which after talking to the guys is like the greatest thing ever. It's basically Urban Dictionary, the game, and so you get it's pretty fun. Chris was a great guy. He was real nice and
Almost
accommodating.
not able to get a copy of it because we're running out of copies.
Yeah, he was like, I'm running really low. I'm like, dude, I'll fucking plug you. He's like, oh, okay.
No, we're all telling him like, but dude, we're gonna actually play it, record it, and show it on YouTube.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I'll sell you one right now.
Yeah, but so you get like an attribute and an adjective and a noun, and then people write what they think would be like the Urban Dictionary definition for it, and you read all of them and the official one together, and then everybody picks which one they think was right. Blah blah blah. There's scoring, and it's pretty offensive.
So it's kind of like Balderdash, but really raunchy and amazing.
Yeah.
I've watched a couple of people play it online, and it looks like so much fun. So much fun.
So you got so Jesse and Sebastian got to play this really cool looking game called what was it?
Here.
I know it says Arena, but I can't remember the first part. Trove Masters.
Yeah, it's called Crossmasters
Crossmasters.
Arena. What it is it's based off of the French cartoon Dofus, or Whack Fu, technically. And it's like another game called Super Dungeon Explorer, which you and your friends make up a party of adventurers. One's the dungeon master, and you have to navigate the dungeon and defeat him. Essentially, however, you have different little characters you can use, you build armies, and you fight. Kind of in a way, sort of like Warhammer, but with bigger miniatures that are already painted.
I'm definitely looking forward to trying that game out. I know Sebastian,
It's
you
fun.
liked it.
It was a lot of fun.
Sebastian
It's the
loved it.
deathmatch version of Super Dungeon Explorer. Super Dungeon Explorer is a game that I really, really like.
I've only seen you open the game, but I'm interested in it. I want to check it out.
It's
We'll
2 to 4
probably be
players.
We'll probably be
Yeah.
playing it again tonight.
We'll
It's
definitely
wonderful.
check it
It's a lot
out.
of fun. Dave's on the barbarian guy.
Oh,
on the barbarian.
I'm Conan. Come on.
No, dude. I
Put
called
the
dibs.
bride alone.
You were there. You saw me. I was like, you opened it. I was like, dibs.
yeah, you did say dibs, but again,
But he is the barbarian.
See?
But he's the game owner.
Yes.
Can I please be the barbarian?
Okay,
Can we at least be on a team?
He's the game owner.
Yeah,
He's
we
that
can be
one,
on a
I guess.
team.
And I get to play the barbarian.
Play barbarian. He's too.
Okay, he's the only unit I get to pick. I think that's fair.
Okay, that would.
Well,
actually
whatever
be
would be
fair.
ironically funny for Conan the Barbarian to take. Let's make sure he gets
He
that
can be
one.
the fairy archer.
Or the bard. Or the bard.
Do I get the 2-2 and
What are you trying to say,
everything?
Sebastian?
Yes, we're okay. We're okay.
Alright.
Conan the fairy.
So,
Conan the Fabarian.
Favorite.
So
Oh
South
my
by
gosh.
Southwest Gaming, wonderful experience. If you live in Austin, I highly recommend you guys.
Oh, yeah.
If you're
go
a
to the
gamer
concert.
and you're a
Yeah,
gamer,
If you're sick and tired of the AAA shit and you want to meet some good old-fashioned people that will actually talk to you about their game, they'll talk to you about how it works, and they're incredibly wonderful to deal with, I recommend going to South by Southwest Gaming.
you
It's
usually
the
got
biggest-
yourself a really
one
good
of the best indie game cons that's out there right now. and
I
it's
really
a lot of
wish I
fun.
had gone after seeing
It's-
those jizz about it.
It's
It's-
really fun.
Fast.
You guys could have
Thing
been
is,
brothers.
though-
We'll be
wearing
going there
the same
next
shirt.
year.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
be
gonna be
next
going there next year. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And you'll have to wait until next year to go too.
Sebastian apparently got the best book ever.
Oh yeah, I ended up getting one thing, which I would like to thank the people at a Night Edition printing.
I think so.
Think
It's
that's
not-
Night
right.
Eye Edition
You'll have to look at
printing.
the book though.
But one of the cool things was they had a booth at the con that was selling a lot of those really fancy art books printed, like the Book of Cain, the Blizzard art book,
They're lore
um,
books technically.
all that stuff. Like, what are they called? What?
Lore books.
Yeah, lore books.
They also
They-
had pop-ups for other.
Yeah, they had a Game of Thrones book that had a Westeros pop-up map, which is
And
That's pretty sweet.
When we say pop-up, I mean the whole book unfolded to be a huge table width map. It wasn't as
Of
though
Westeros.
each
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
like at least the size of one of those longer picnic table things.
Yeah,
That's
it's pretty big.
sweet.
It's really cool.
But I got to pick up a book that is the lore, art, writing, and production of Pacific Rim, which, as everybody already knows, is probably like a movie long time. So me and Robert gladly was standing there like, oh, look at the stickers! Which is the most I've been excited about stickers since I was 5. So...
And Mayfair and Steve Jackson Games are out there. They're pretty cool guys too.
Oh yeah.
I mean, those are pretty household names, so you know.
Mayfair being the
Yeah.
creators of Catan and Steve Jackson. You know, you don't need to have an introduction for him.
Yeah.
Oh, they were there.
Giving away all kinds of free stuff.
Yeah, there was just a lot of stuff
Fun.
there that I was.
Yeah, also,
I'm really glad I went.
Mayfair Games gave away some pretty sweet swag bags.
Definitely.
They did.
I got a sheep. It's pretty fucking awesome.
All you guys got sheep.
I got
I'll give you 1 wood for your
No,
sheep.
I want.
No, fuck that guy.
Touch, that's rude. First, secondly, you don't have wood.
I
I can get wood.
I also think another really cool thing is Jesse, who I'm starting to think is literally Barney Stinson, because I don't understand where he gets all his money, but I don't care.
It's Barney.
I'm pretty sure he's
let me
magical.
let me just put it this way. I do work at a but I'm not employed at a
Oh, okay, well,
We're gonna edit that out.
but one of the I do work at beep, but I'm not employed at beep.
He does work at a but he's not employed
But I think one of the coolest things was him and I both picked up a really, really cool shirt called what was it? It was
Charman or
no. It was the Daft Punk Mega Man crossover.
oh yeah, Robot Assault Masters. Or something.
Robot Assault Masters, which is it's random.
Wait,
access
did you
memories.
get that?
Yeah,
Yes.
Robot
Oh,
Assault
I
Masters.
did look at that later.
It's Mega Man and Proto Man's faces, and it's based off the Random Access Memories cover.
Album cover, yeah.
Oh, wow.
I also got we got some Malawan t-shirts. I got a Bioshock
Hyperion.
Infinite Skyhawk t-shirt.
I got a Half-Life 2 Crabhead
the Crabhead.
hat.
And then
I got turned into a zombie.
We heard talked about that.
I got free swag. Didn't buy a
That
single
was actually
thing.
the one place
Lots
we
of
would
free
have gone
swag.
to get a lot of free stuff. It was a lot of free given stuff.
Oh yeah.
Because we need things to edit out.
No, we don't want to
My
edit
job
anything.
is gone.
I don't care, dude. I edit the whole fucking thing by myself all the time. I don't want to edit.
Oh, I'm
things
sorry.
out.
I
Isn't that
edited
kind of the
more than
point
half
of
of
the
the last
podcast,
one.
though?
I'm really
Wasn't that kind of what our name
What?
is?
It's a magical anniversary where
Yeah.
we don't edit.
That's the
it.
joke. We don't edit anything out
There was
anymore.
a lot of that are there. I have something to edit.
Those
Penis.
fucking.
That's
We
racist.
have
Dot
something
Shamrock.
now. We have one thing now for sure.
Well,
We need to have an edit that out counter. I think we're up to 3.
we're up to like
At
0
least.
But
At
for
least.
real though, South by Southwest Gaming, a lot of fun. There's a lot of really cool tech there, and unfortunately the Xbox One is there. But you can ignore that whole part of the section,
alright.
which is really funny because 90% of the con was away from the Xbox
Seb,
One portion.
Seb, that reminds me. They
great.
also had this really fucking neat sniper rifle thing too.
Oh, dude.
That was like an actual like real weight sniper rifle game where you actually had to mark targets and then you could fire on
Yeah,
it.
you actually
Yeah,
shot
it was
like
It
an
was
actual
fucking
sniper.
awesome.
It was pretty bitchin'.
Freaking, he was.
You can
totally
buy one.
natural at it.
But I
Well,
think it's like
shotguns
10
You
grand.
wish you would have gotten that, don't you?
Yeah.
It was so cool, Robert.
Dude,
I have to say,
it
I
was
agree
the
with
shit.
Pizza.
Dude,
Fuck my
tomorrow. You can go tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's still going on tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going all
We
We
weekend.
still
all
going on
weekend.
what?
Should
I was
just
gonna
go.
say that I do agree with the Xbox One. They had a freaking SUV with Xbox Ones on it. It was stupid.
It was stupid and nobody was there.
But they had a Wii U in the back, which had their Mario Kart 8, which
Ah,
was
Mario
pretty
Kart
freaking
actually-
awesome.
It
Yeah.
actually got a lot of people
It was
there.
beautiful.
Yeah, I know. It was really funny. They had actual game consoles there, and Xbox One had the balls to show up. How dare they?
They even had
Yeah.
Well,
they
even
had
Sony
co-op
didn't
on
want to
all
show
the
up.
Wii U's. Every single one. You could pick up them. 2 of you could play on each Wii U if you wanted to versus your friend. But the awesome thing I don't think any of us did was they also had tournaments at the front for Dota, I believe it was.
Yeah, it was Dota 2
And
they
they
had.
also had Magic and Catan going on in the center that anyone could join those.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't think the Dota tournaments were joinable then.
No, the
Dota,
Dota.
you had to join before, but the Magic you had to sign up before and agree to. And
Wait, really?
Yeah.
But they were
Yeah.
had like. but
It
they
looked
were-
Yeah,
like
that was the big competition though. There
Yeah,
Yeah,
they had
yeah,
a competition
and-
between
We had something
Team
like
Liquid
before.
and
So
Yeah, and
Magic,
C9 and all that. So.
Magic and Catan,
Yeah,
anyone could join.
The middle was just like open tabletop gaming.
Yeah,
And they
so-
had a game jam that started today, which is Friday,
Yeah.
and ends Sunday for anyone who wants to join. Apparently,
Oh,
so
that
I mean,
reminds me. Since
they had a
I
whole lot going on for anyone
Let's
who
go
wants to
to
do anything.
if they were gonna have it there, it's like, no, I could totally go get like XP's autograph or something.
Austin is awesome.
So,
Austin
what
is
if- Sebastian, you want to talk about arcades?
You know, actually, what I want to talk about is something that, like, speaking of South by Southwest gaming,
Oh yeah,
that I
there's
got in the
one other thing
conversation
I
of.
actually want to wonder.
What?
I wonder if anyone actually passed the Xbox One booth and yelled Xbox off.
No, they
Why
did
did we
because
not
they probably
do
didn't
that?
have Connect
What is
running.
wrong with you?
We just avoided it, dude. There was too many. There was too many good things to like bother
true.
going near
Like
there.
everything other than that was amazing.
I didn't
Yeah,
see
like-
Kinect's actual
like,
active-
okay,
I'm pretty sure.
I was walking around that back aisle for like all the game schools and shit, and I passed by the Xbox thing, and the guy was like, "Hey, buddy," and I just walked.
So I know.
I just walked.
You're like, oh wait. Do you want me to leave the Bioshock Infinite launch? So
I'll
we
give
get
you a
Gears of
free
War
Xbox
Judgment?
One.
Oh, okay.
But next to the two big Xbox One things, they didn't have a full, like, another, I don't know why they were with vehicles. They had 3 vehicles side by side, 2 were Xbox One. The third one, though, was just World of Tanks. So they
Which
had
is pretty
I think they try to make it like
Yeah.
Also,
way
I don't know if you
imitating.
guys saw, but the functional aircraft simulator that was
was
cool.
actually
That was
a
cool.
cockpit for an aircraft, for an F-16.
Oh, yeah,
it was an
yeah, yeah.
F-16 cockpit that you sat in, and it was like, you get to fly the fucking ship. And I was like,
But all I would think of is never think of those arcades where you can get in that
Yeah.
rotating thing.
Oh, the
Just
roller
for
coaster
sake.
thing.
Oh,
yeah.
that.
Yeah, the
The
cockpit
gyro.
stayed stationary, but the
but it was still pretty cool because all the
Yeah.
buttons actually functioned. So that's why everybody that got in it
Oh,
failed because
Seb,
they didn't know how to fly a plane.
Just imagine that, but with the fucking mech game.
Oh my
Ooh.
god.
Actually-
Well, that they have.
Actually,
It's
they
Steel
do have
Battalion.
that.
Yeah.
though. It's what was that? A Steel Battalion kind of had something.
Yes.
similar.
Yeah,
Yes.
except
Has
an
anyone
actual
actually
like
pretty bad.
shaped
I really
cockpit.
don't
Has
like
anybody actually played that? Because I have.
It's
before.
kind of bad.
It's
a little
really
bad.
kind of hard difficult to learn. It's something you just
It's
gotta,
tricky, but I actually learned it.
Yeah, I played it. It's,
He actually learned how
I
to
thought
play
it
it.
was
It's
kind of fun, but it was really difficult just because as soon as you got out of the actual like outside,
Yeah.
the thing just falls over and it's like, oh, now I fucked up.
But yeah, one of the things that I got in a conversation with a nice lady at the fucking at the privy or at the Prio VR booth was we talked about the game industry for a while, and she's fucking smart. She knew her shit. I was surprised. She's one of the first people I've ever had tell me that the indie companies. I am incredibly glad that they are the ones getting this technology, and it's not the AAA companies. To which I was like, holy shit! Somebody that actually knows what they're talking about. Please continue. So we ended up talking about like remakes and stuff, and one of the things we came across was we were talking about Thief, which I hated for a lot of reasons because it's a terrible remake. It's like an atrocious remake.
It's a reboot. That's what
It's an atrocious reboot. When you take out like 70% of the content from the original game, that's not really a reboot. That's like a, hey, go fuck yourself.
I heard it was
Which
more
one?
like you love it or you hate it kind of
Yeah.
thing. I didn't hear like it was atrocious.
I
Which
heard-
one, Seb? Which one is better in your opinion, the DMC reboot or the Thief reboot?
Oh god, the DMC reboot because it had fluent combat and it was actually a reboot.
Yeah.
But Thief was like, let's remake the story, but like not bother to actually make gameplay for it. And then like, oh wait, it's not a Thief game, it's like a pathetic stealth game kind of. And I was like,
Kind
oh.
of like Dishonored.
No, Dishonored was a great stealth game, and it's one of the
Exactly.
great, it's one of the best IPs of last year. I'm incredibly happy that Arcane got a sequel. I'm kind of sad they were at South by
I didn't
Southwest.
really enjoy Dishonored much.
I loved it. I thought it was a good game. It was actually a
I still
really
haven't
good
beaten
game.
it, but
What
I
was-
enjoyed playing through
What
it.
was wrong with the new Thief?
It just was a bad reboot. It was just an. It's good if you've never fucking touched a Thief game before, but if you've touched a Thief game before, that's like a slap in the face of we don't give a shit about what you
This
like.
is just opinions of I've heard of other people who are saying like the gameplay is good, but the story is really lacking.
No, the gameplay's really limited as opposed to other Thief games where you could do so much
Like I
more.
said, it was an opinion of other people.
But then the thing we got on top of was like, how the fuck did a Strider remake outbeat the Thief
But
remake?
you
because
gotta
it's
see-
Strider and
You
it's
gotta
a
see, Thief has
classic.
been dead for how long? It's someone-
Strider has been dead for longer and it had a more successful
But
reboot.
it's had a series that's continued. Even though Strider itself, there is literally 2 Striders, 2 Strider 2s, and then there's this Strider.
Yeah.
Okay, they've been going on for a while, and they've had, I think, 5 different developers. So it's already been messed with a lot. The Thief has been a regimented thing for a while, and then died off entirely.
Yeah.
Not just
It
partially.
died.
Yeah,
no
my
one talked about it
excuse for
afterwards.
my defense in the honor that Thief is crappy is they rebooted
Yeah.
Deus Ex flawlessly, but they couldn't do Thief.
Okay, but Thief,
Hey.
a lot of people still
So I guess
enjoyed it.
it
It's
actually
had
was
good
easy
stealth,
to
and it's had
find
good story. It's not like the old Thief, but it's still a
that was
good
actually
game.
Evil
It-
Genius.
And that's
Let's just say that
You're-
it was a
you're
good
letting-
game, but it didn't XP.
nostalgia.
No, I'm not.
You're letting your nostalgia for the
No,
old
I'm not.
game
I'm
go.
not.
Because I played it, and my dad and my uncle both played it, and they were hardcore PC Thief players when it first was out, and they were like, "No, this is a good game. I don't know why you heard it was sucky."
It's a
I
lover.
didn't like
As I
it.
said, it's a lover and
didn't like
hater
it.
kind of
I just
situation.
thought it was. It's not that
You
it's
hate
like,
everything.
Well, no, I don't hate everything. It's,
No,
You hate a
just
lot
either
of
very
things.
love or
Sebastian's an
absolutely hate.
extremist.
I'm an
Yeah,
extremist.
yeah.
Like,
I'm very
yeah.
fucking serious with games, and it's just like I just.
But
I mean, like, no, like, I'm not, like, you guys are getting me wrong. I'm not saying it's, like, terrible in the sense that, like, oh, it's a terrible fucking game because it's shit. No, there's worse games fucking out there. Like, we could all go play, what's that scene game? Oh, God, what is it?
Ride to Hell.
No.
We don't talk about that.
Or,
We don't talk about that game. That just
You can play
doesn't
Ride to Hell.
exist.
But the thing is that it's bad in the sense of a remake, because it's kind of like it's just like, from my standpoint, viewing it that, I don't understand how they did Deus Ex so well. But then when they got the Thief, they were like, all right, let's just get kind of.
You gotta realize
Well,
it's just
you
different
have to
people
think of it
making
from the
it.
perspective-
Like the
Perspective
lock
of-
picking, dude. I had such a problem with that. I was like, how could you guys get so lazy on the lock picking where the fucking, like, Fallout lock picking is better than what's in Thief, where it's just hold down the button and wait until the circles fill up. I was like,
You're gonna
No.
have to try.
There's active lockpicking, especially with the more complicated ones. It does get harder. It's how much did you play of it?
I played like the first hour and a half of it,
You probably didn't get
and I
very
was
far.
like,
No, you didn't get very far. If you play.
yeah,
part
but
of it,
that's unfair
There's-
that you would base a game based on. Oh well, it gets better towards the end of the
No,
game.
that's not what
Isn't
I'm
that how Dark
saying.
Souls 2
I'm just
A lot of
saying
games
that.
are like
Our Dark
that.
Souls kind of works out.
And the different settings make the lockpicking something that easier or harder significantly. And
Yeah, what were you playing it on tourist mode?
Dude, why does Dark Souls have tourist mode?
He was playing like casual mode.
No, he was playing it on fucking like.
I was playing it on.
Hold my hand the whole way mode.
No, I mean it's just me. I just didn't like it.
You're trying to come up with.
He was playing
excuses.
outrageous
didn't
Max
like
mode,
it.
where
Like
you
I
don't
said,
even
it's
like
like-
it.
it's like-
And
bad.
that's fine if you don't like it, but you don't have to come
I
up
don't
with
know how to
excuses
read,
about
senor.
gameplay that aren't really true.
Like no, it had a lot of problems.
puede.
with it.
It's a game, but like
It's a
it's
game.
perfect.
Like
It's
the
gonna
old.
have
Trust me, when
problems.
Dark Souls 2 has come out, it's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be good.
Yeah, and you're gonna be bitching about it.
Oh no, Sebastian's still gonna be.
I actually played the first hour and a half of Dark Souls already.
And
It's not. It's great, but yeah, I mean, of course, there are problems with it. Like, I mean, it's like one of the things that I feel kind of takes away from the aspect of how Dark Souls was big was that now all the bonfires allow all the Beyond Fires, all the Beyond Fires allow you, all the bonfires allow you to travel.
Oh yeah, they're removing
There's
the
seamless
whole
travel.
now?
Yeah, there's seamless
Yeah.
travel between all the bonfires.
They
now.
get rid of the
Which
the
I
Lord
kind of
wait,
Yeah.
all or major?
all of them.
You can teleport to every bonfire in the game at the beginning of the game.
Oh, that's stupid.
Which it
wondering
kind
that
of is, but
was-
it's kind of not because I guess they did it in the sense that it's like, well, if you're tired of one area, like the argument I heard was like, well, if you're tired of one area, you can just teleport to another one.
It's
Yeah.
pretty much the same thing as Demon Souls is Archstones, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got rid of the
They're
whole
all-
factor of like exploring and finding new
Yeah.
ways
Because the
to
game
get
is
from one place to
huge as
another.
opposed to the
Yeah,
first.
because they increased the size, they had to make it to where you could get to every place very quickly. And that same, I mean, you're gonna have the same type of thing.
What?
What?
She
What'd you
can't
do?
sneeze.
I
Oh.
wanted to sneeze, but it didn't happen.
And it came-
You're gonna hear the same complaints come up
if
again when the new Snake Eater, whatever the new
No, I mean,
because you know
Ground
he made
Zeroes?
that game to where literally there's no more, like his long cutscenes are gone. He's made it to where you pick up
He
audio
changed.
games.
You talk about the new one.
Oh yeah, and apparently
they
there was
changed
also
a lot.
And-
of this new
a
one.
massive price drop on it to like
They price
35.
dropped it too. Yeah, they
Well,
had to
yeah,
price
for
drop
35.
it.
That's the new. No, that's
Five.
there's a two-part because he's done two things. That's the thing most people don't
Yes.
catch is the thing that's out right now is a prequel to what he's trying to.
Even though
he
it's
has to give
40,
something already.
It's 4
Yeah.
hours long, but like it was saying, and Laura Tux was saying, they did lower the price, and Hideo Kojima actually didn't really think through on the
He
fact that
wanted-
how much people were going to be spending for a 4-hour content game. So they're like, okay, well, let's go ahead and just reduce the price
Yeah.
by like what was it, $10 or so?
But what he wanted to do is he wanted to put them together, but he's already going to have the main game. His words 20 times larger than
20? No, 200. He's in
No,
the interview. He
20
said,
times larger than the previous one, the
Oh.
one he just put out.
yeah.
So-
Okay, no, I was going to say because
and-
the
and-
interview.
You know, my argument with Metal Gear is still Matt's argument. If I wanted a Japanese man to masturbate in my face, I could find cheaper ways.
Well, see,
to do
this
it.
one,
This
what
was
you
not
want
that.
to do is you're going and taking over, as far as I can tell, bases free roam anywhere you want to go.
Yeah, they said like I watched the interview. I don't know if you watched it. What was it? Did you know gaming?
Yeah,
Is that the one you're talking about from? Okay, yeah. He stated in the interview that the new game, Phantom Pain, is going to be like 200 times the size of what this new one's Ground Zeroes is going to be, and the outcome of like going from one place to another changes drastically due to like the weather of the vehicles that are in the area. I mean, it's basically it's full free roam.
So my concern is that I'm hoping that he doesn't take the route where there's too much freedom.
No, Hideo Kojima has the problem of being too what's the word?
Bound?
No, he's too. I can't think of it.
No,
he's too like excited for it, so then like he puts way too much content in it, and then like to a lot of the non-hardcore Metal Gear fans, it gets really like, oh, this is boring because there's 7 hours of
too much fluff and not enough substance.
Yes,
he wanted to put all that kind of stuff like this stuff.
Like no game needs a 5-hour-long cutscene, dude.
No, that's what I'm saying. He removed that in this one.
Yeah,
he knew that was a problem in the other one.
I mean, he probably heard the commentary that people were saying, you know, oh, it's Metal Gear Solid 4, the movie.
Yeah.
And you know,
like The Last of Us, the movie.
Yeah, I mean, and so that probably hit him pretty hard, and he's like, well, fuck.
Well, he stated the fact that he thought Metal Gear Solid 4 was going to be the ending, and that's why there were so many cutscenes, because he wanted to basically end the whole story off, saying of each individual character how their relationship ended with each character.
He also said this fifth one won't have as much, not because he doesn't want it. Like he does like cutscenes, but he can't because if you're free roam, you might not see them in the same order, and that kind of kills.
He's removing a lot of the actual video.
So that's why he's doing tapes hidden, kind of like what you find hidden tracks in every other game nowadays, as his way of providing extra story.
I mean,
I wouldn't judge it right now. Wait until the game is out.
I'm not gonna judge it right now. It's just like for some reason, like
normally
I would have been a lot more excited for this, but I just like find myself to be all like, I don't trust you anymore, Hideo Kojima. It's
I would, like I said, I wouldn't adjust it off of Ground Zeroes right now. I'd wait until Phantom Pain comes out because this is just a prologue to explain what happens before he.
Yeah, but I won't lie. I still have a lot of issues with him even bothering to release like a prologue game.
What?
I'm still like.
He wasn't trying to. He wanted to put them together.
Sounds like what y'all are
saying. Put something out.
It just the fact is how much time they have to put into Phantom Pain. They can't put in Ground Zeroes at all. Like that's why they're saying they're basically saying giving a teaser.
I still don't think it should even be $30 though. I still really don't think it should.
But
I think $30 is not bad.
No, it's still pretty low.
The point was that new games, just because you're on the same IP, does not mean it has to follow exactly the same formula. A lot of, especially game devs, designers, I should say. Let's be specific here. The game designers, they like the idea, but they want to be able to have some freedom to do more broad things. I mean, you hear every time a new Zelda comes out that they're upset that they want to do more things, but the fan base would probably kill them if they don't follow the
He stated in his interview that the fact that all the stuff that's coming out in Ground Zeroes and Phantom Pain, he wanted to put in 4. But the problem was the technology was not there, so he could not put that.
The technology wasn't there.
No, the stuff that he like.
I can't tell if you're like really mad.
No, what's it called? The Fox engine.
I can't believe that.
I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Well, Tux, the Fox engine that he's using for this, he didn't use for 4. The Fox engine. That's what he's using for. It's like the Crisis engine and the Frostbite engine on.
Oh yeah, didn't Kojima actually develop that?
Yes, he developed this one just for Phantom Pain and Ground Zeroes. He wanted to use it in 4, but he couldn't because he didn't have the time to develop it.
And it's just too ambitious. And it scares me.
It sounds like he's trying to mix it with like Saints Row and GTA type games.
And that was brought up in the interview that we both watched, and he's trying to say no. That was his worry that people will say that, but his goal was he really wanted to do something like this. But before, the technology starting back in SNES ages was not just there, and until recently, Xbox 360 might have been able to handle it, but he was worried about it, so he waited till this with more RAM. It's not much of a.
No, the next gen consoles aren't that more fucking impressive.
Not much, but it's hopefully enough, and he also has an engine now. That is standing. They're not much powerful, but there's something. But he had time, he had money, and he now got to make the free roam engine because he wants you to be able to literally, what you couldn't do before, and decide how I want to do this.
We'll see how it goes, but I feel it has the same problems as Watch Dogs, where it's just like too ambitious, and they're trying to just shove so much into it that it utterly is just going to be like either way too overly complex that the game just kind of like
Well, the thing is,
Like it deflates super easily because it's just ready to burst.
I wouldn't compare it with Watch Dogs because, like I said, this Metal Gear is going to have.
No, I'm just comparing it. I'm not comparing the games. I'm comparing them in the sense that they're over ambitious.
Oh,
Like, they're both trying to accomplish so much for like one thing that I'm like, whoa, guys. Like,
It seems
fuck
like
out.
it's a goal of just trying to allow you to do it however you want.
However
'Cause have a
you
goal.
want to do
You
it,
want
yeah.
to do something in a base, and there's multiple bases apparently.
Yeah.
But you decide how you get there. Do you want to take a truck into it? Do you
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
And all that
was his
that
goal.
all changes due to the weather and the vehicles that are in the area and what else is going on in the outside world. Like that will change the way you get to that base.
So that concludes Metal Gear Solid Fap Hour. So,
Seriously.
to
we're gonna
be
have
honest,
Well,
like,
I'm sorry
I
if
kinda,
you're not a fan of the series.
I just,
I'm a fan, but
I just
you're
don't
flogging
know
a
shit
dead
about Metal
horse.
Gear
You're saying the
Solid,
same
dude.
thing every 2 minutes.
Also, don't
Well,
say
we're
that.
trying
Don't
to
say
make
the
a
Fat
point,
Power thing.
and
We're
that's
gonna
all
have
we're
Dark
talking
Souls
about
2
is
Fat
made.
Power soon enough.
Yeah.
Hey, Dark Souls 2 Fap Hour would be great. 'Cause there'll be
We've
like
done the
some
same thing with
human
Dark Souls
effigies
2,
in there.
so
Wink, wink.
what's the
Hold on.
problem?
You just did an
I'm
hour
not.
with him
Well,
in the room.
he does,
That's more than
and
an
he
hour.
does
Oh,
every
that's
day.
like, that's like week.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
we go. Now we're on the right scale.
But speaking of games that I'm really interested in, that honestly,
Why are you controlling the topics? Why
yeah,
can't
because
we
I have
talk
the list
about-
right here and nobody else is fucking saying anything. Man, this is angst
Well-
week right now. Fuck.
Yeah,
Somebody
seriously.
fucking, like, Jesus Christ.
Alright, what
This
goes-
is the 10th episode.
What were you talking
Alright,
about?
yeah, this is the 10th episode, says Robert.
Reason for me.
No, but,
It's angst week. It's angst week.
but for real though, I showed this to Carson. Him and I are kind of excited for it. At least I know I'm excited for it. But
Shovel Knight, we heard.
Crawl, yes.
that is some
What?
fucking cool shit right there.
It's a very cute. It's an interesting take on a dungeon crawler. Whereas instead of it being like, hey, you got 4 people in one dungeon, they're all trying to get to the end of it. It's instead there's one person in control of the human. There's 3 others that are trying to kill you, take control of the person, and then get to the dungeon.
That sounds like a reverse Dungeon Land.
That sounds like fun though.
It does.
It does. It's intense.
If we could actually get multiplayer games going, that would be fun to play.
That would be
Yeah.
super
Yeah,
fucking awesome.
yeah, it would.
I'd probably kill you and take your soul.
You'll be the human.
I know.
Oh, I want to be the human dude. I just never let y'all take the thing.
You're a
That's
bitch.
We'll see about
I would just
that.
hide in the corner when I'd beaten all the enemies and just like wait.
Wait,
Kind of reminds me a little bit of that game that you brought up a little while back, Robert. It's called Descent.
Just saying.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you are
One is
and
the
a bunch of other
monster.
people are just human people exploring the area, and then you have one person as this demon that just
Yeah.
walks around and
Well,
kills
that
people.
and I don't know if I brought it up in the podcast all, but Evolve looks
Yeah.
fucking
That it does.
That looks
Yeah,
good.
It really does.
I'm looking forward to that.
Like if we can get a game of that going with all of us in there, that'll be amazing.
Yes, it will.
Man parties.
If we had the computers.
Maybe you should get the computers.
Maybe you should call a fucking graphics card.
Hey, get a better laptop.
So actually,
Well,
while the thoughts of like
it'll be
big,
long before I can
overambitious
afford it.
games are on the mind, I still don't own it, but a lot of you got it. Stick of Truth. What's the deal with that?
Hell yes.
It's too expensive. That's what's up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a good game, but it's
It's
still
not
way
worth
too
it.
expensive.
How much have you gotten into it?
I've beaten it already.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
Wait, how long is it?
14 hours.
Wow,
I did
that's not
everything
very
except
long.
For
a
an
couple.
RPG, that's pretty sad.
Yeah. Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, like, and I'm sure he'll definitely agree with me on this.
Especially
The
Terminator
game does
Sarge.
not the game. It is an RPG game, but it doesn't require you a lot. It doesn't require any grinding at
It
all.
doesn't.
You could easily just pick it up.
Literally,
and go from one
I did
point A to
nothing
point B
more
and
than
you're
doing
done.
all the side quests, and the level cap is 15. And about two-thirds through the game, I already hit the level cap.
Yeah.
so
It plays a lot like Paper Mario.
it does, and that's
And
So,
there's
like,
a,
so it's a very basic RPG.
it is.
it is,
Very
but it
much.
works really well for it. Like
The one thing I'm doing my own video things on it so far, and I had to actually kind of warn people saying like, careful of this mature content because there's a lot of
yeah,
awkward stuff. But I think my
South Park. What do you
I
expect?
find it
Exactly.
funny that it got banned in other countries.
yeah.
They got taken down in most places after they removed
The one
sex scenes.
Well,
Yeah.
Australia, I understand why it got banned, but
Australia's
in
crazy,
Europe,
dude.
it got banned, and I'm thinking to myself, why would you ban it in Europe, considering Amsterdam and all that?
they've actually calmed Amsterdam down a lot. If you're
really?
if you're a tourist, you can't really partake in any of the fun stuff
Oh,
anymore.
that's stupid.
Well,
But,
no, because too many Americans were going there and being stupid jackasses and fucking it up for the rest of us.
I believe it.
Yay, America.
yeah.
America.
Yeah.
But what I would say about
Hey, where's
Stick
my
of Truth
beer?
is it's
Drink it.
Drink
if
it
you
all.
don't watch the series,
It's in the
I
fridge.
say, if you don't watch the series, I recommend
It's
stay
fun.
away from
Yeah,
it.
it's fun for people that like South Park, but if
Yeah.
you don't really
If
give a
you
shit
get-
about South Park, it's like.
If you don't get the jokes, then I'd say steer away from it. Wait for it goes on sale.
Yeah,
on
I'd say
Steam.
wait until it goes down to about $10.
I
don't
enjoy
know,
South Park to a
$10.
degree, but I'm not gonna buy it until it's like $20, maybe $30.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wait till
that'd make more
holiday. I'm
sense.
sure it'll go on sale then. But I'm enjoying it. So
Yeah,
far.
I thought it was a
I
fun
like the
game.
jokes. Yeah, I like the jokes.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, go to Cartman's mom's room and you just pick up a random bunch of fucking sex toys. It's
You
just
know,
like what?
You say that like it's surprising.
You know,
They're not.
like another thing, like not to jump drastically off topic, but like, have y'all seen all like the new Transformers trailers?
No.
Terrible.
I have not.
I think I want to put her alive.
I don't get it. Like,
They're
stop,
ruining-
Michael Bay.
I've
Stop
heard-
raping my childhood. It's already been defecated on enough. Stop it.
All I've heard is that there's dinosaurs in it now.
What?
Yeah, it's
Grimlock!
Grimlock.
It just
Grimlock!
looks so bad.
It's like it's Beast Wars now.
No, that's a completely
It
different
was
thing.
Beast Wars.
Beast Wars was like, oh my god.
Beast Wars wasn't
Beast
exactly
Wars
all
was
dinosaurs.
thousands and thousands of years in the past.
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
yes, they did interact with the original Transformers and steal their sparks, but it was in the past.
Yeah, it's looking really grim for this next movie. I mean, even was it Dark Side Moon or something like
Dark
that?
Side of the Moon.
I don't think it's called Dark Side of the Moon. I think it's just
Whatever.
called Dark of the Moon or something.
Yeah,
That
Something
movie was
stupid.
terrible.
yeah.
My roommate, my roommate freaking like he loves that movie. And I'm like,
I
dude,
actually
why
like
don't I
Dark. I actually like Dark Moon. I thought it was
didn't
the
like
best
it.
Transformers one out of
Well,
all of them.
I don't know, after the first and second
On
one.
the from the storytelling aspect,
That's
yes.
the best one.
Bring in Unicron and then just end it all there,
Yep.
and I'll be satisfied. I'm sure they'll be in the next movie.
You know, to be honest, the one remake I'm kind of sort of excited about, just because I'm a huge sucker for Bryan Cranston. It's probably the Godzilla remake, honestly.
Yeah.
It looks pretty good. Just because I like that they're not doing the whole like, we can kill it. No, it's like the literal aspect of the trailer. Like Godzilla show up and Yuji Brecker's like, we're fucked. It's over. There's nothing we can do. We're fucked. Like the whole premise of it is that apparently all the nuclear tests that we were doing on like in the fucking Midway Islands and stuff like that was we were trying to kill Godzilla and we failed atrociously.
Oh, those
at
are
it.
the
Atrociously at killing it. Like we just pissed it off to the extent where it's like 20 years old. It's like I'm gonna come kill everyone.
We made it worse.
We made it worse. So like
That sounds interesting.
it sounds badass, dude. I'm like, this is a good fucking like this is cool. I'm like, this is a cool reboot.
it's
I'll definitely
original.
watch it.
I'm like,
but I'm
that's
not gonna-
that's better than
It's
the
not we created Godzilla.
Yeah.
We just pissed it off.
no, we pissed it off and it's coming to fucking kill us. And then like I guess like the monster is like Rodan or the fuck the one is with the two like sword hands because like you can see him in the trailer slightly. I'm excited for it. It actually looks like a good remake because they're treating Godzilla as a force of nature instead of a character again.
Huh.
So I like that.
It definitely sounds interesting because I've been hearing nothing but mixed reviews up until now. So
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna look into checking it
like-
out because
I mean,
I
like-
was a sucker for like Godzilla movies.
Yeah,
well,
I still
Godzilla
don't trust
movies.
it because RoboCop, but
I didn't even want to go see that.
It wasn't bad. Like it's just like.
But he has a motorcycle now.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty funny that when we went to see the Lego movie, like when I saw it the first time, like everyone in front of me was like, "Oh, we're gonna go see RoboCop, RoboCop, RoboCop,
Yeah.
RoboCop." I'm like, Lego movie, thanks.
I mean, like the thing about RoboCop.
What are you, 12?
The thing about RoboCop is that
Oh, I have taste.
like I had my coworker and me talk about it, and the thing is that he said like well RoboCop's been like this fucking figure that a lot of kids know it because it was like a big toy thing back in the day. So when they inherit their parents' toys, it's like there's a fucking RoboCop action figure. Their parents are like,
Robert
RoboCop,
Cop!
yeah, RoboCop, Robert Cop. And so like, the
I
thing
have
is
a
that.
Facebook page.
And so like the thing is that like it was kind of like obligatory. They made it PG-13 so that it could apply to kids.
Yeah.
So that kids could be like, "Whoa, RoboCop, that's what this is." But it sucks dick because the original was like a big whole like.
It was a violent movie.
It was a violent, dark movie that didn't have a happy
Very
ending. And it was a
dark.
good
Oh
movie.
my
It was
God,
a really good
yeah.
movie. Like it still holds up. I went and watched it again. I was like, this movie still kicks ass.
Yeah,
This
my
movie still kicks
roommate was
hard
like,
ass.
"Yeah, I'm thinking about going to see RoboCop this week." I'm like, "Really? It's PG-13." He's like, "Really?" It's like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah, he has a fucking stun gun." He's like, "Oh,
What?
okay."
I guess not. There goes my childhood. Like, I mean, it was like it has the same premise. It's like it's great if you've never seen anything RoboCop. It's terrible if you've already seen RoboCop.
Yeah,
So
once you've seen the source material,
It's a love or hate situation still.
Once you see the source material, it's like You're like, this is poopy because there's not a guy drowned in sulfuric acid that explodes when my car hits him. That was the best scene from RoboCop, where he kicks the dude into like the fucking radioactive waste, and he's like, "Brrr!" And then the fucking car hits him, and he like explodes. It's awesome. God, that movie was the shit. Oh, dude, that movie was the shit. I still love RoboCop.
Remove the Bitcoin then.
It's still a great fucking movie.
I didn't.
You know what another problem was? Is
Oh, there it is.
fucking goddamn hover tech.
Oh my god. I want to kill somebody.
It's not funny.
I don't know why I
Did
thought that
you
was
see
real.
that freaking what's
Fucking
it?
told you guys.
Because we're actually dreamers,
I'm
unlike you,
hopeful.
who is
I
grounded.
don't fucking care.
If
It
you
is
thought it was
obviously
real, you're
fake.
stupid.
Yeah.
There was too
Yeah,
many
I
things
agree.
wrong with
Funny
it.
or die
It's just
posted
no.
another video afterwards of what's
Apologizing. They
Yeah,
apologized.
they
a lot of people like,
apologized
because the thing is,
what they
yeah,
did.
because the thing is that like at first like I was just way too entranced. I was like, whoa, like,
I wanna buy
oh my
it.
god, like I was just super hopeful because I mean like for a lot of people that actually keep up with science, you fucker,
What do you call that Robert for?
just directing all my rage at Robert, fucking knock him off. No, but the thing is, but in truth, they've been mentioning a lot of hoverboard tech for the last few years because of quantum levitation theory and all that wonderful science. So they're like, yeah, this is a possibility, we just don't know how to do it yet, and blah, 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 superconductors, there is polarity.
And then you
And
see
so-
this, and,
And
it's
then I'm
like,
like this, I'm like, oh my god, they finally figured it out! And I was like super hopeful. And
Well,
I
there's
mean,
the
like,
thing.
video
If they're
footage
actually
and
going through with that, why would the first thing they're actually announcing it be fucking hoverboards? Wouldn't they have anything like in a scientific journal saying, "Oh, well, we discovered how to finally do this"?
Well,
yeah,
man,
admittedly,
they
I
didn't
think
even
the first
explain
thing
how
that
it
they
works.
would do is probably make it for military
Yeah,
prospects.
that's
Yeah.
first.
that's true.
I just got really excited, okay? Just let
I
me
did
Because
So
that's
did
where the
too.
money is.
I did
If
too.
you can weaponize it, you can get the money for it, and then do the civilian aspect.
I mean,
Yeah,
as
why
far
would-
as I can tell,
why-
that's
Because I got excited and I dreamed!
Why
I
would-
had a childhood!
Why would the
I did
first
too.
thing-
I've seen Back to the Future!
Why would the first thing-
She's never seen Back to the Future! Burn her!
get out.
Get out!
Burn her at the stake!
Nobody loves you anymore.
We have
Oh, and
Tail
Holy
hitting
Wars.
it.
That's
Solid
exactly
work.
why you didn't get it, because
Wow,
you never
I
saw
did.
Back to the Future!
Your hero got caught by. or
If
how-
only
how-
somebody
how-
actually
What?
loved you.
That's okay, at least you saw it!
Joe, hear how they found out finally, or it got revealed that it was a prank?
Oh, the harness is in the
Yeah,
That's what we were talking about.
They admitted it finally.
Yeah,
It's
No,
just
they-
like,
no. Before that, a girl who worked on the project, being stupid, worked on Funny or Die on the hoverboard video on her LinkedIn, and within 24 hours moved it, but it got stuck on the internet because it's the internet.
It's the
Oh.
internet.
And so after that, that's when they had to reveal it in the second video because she put it on there and like, that's good job, good job.
Also, if you
They
pay
had
close
Christopher
attention, you
Lloyd
can
have to
see
do
the
it.
fucking same crane that they used from Back to the
Yeah.
Future in the background. At first, what a lot of people are speculating too is that this might be a fucking trailer of Back to the Future 4.
Yeah.
Which I don't want.
Yeah.
Stop it, Hollywood.
It's
Stop
for
it.
real.
Stop raping my childhood. Okay, stop it. You already took RoboCop from me. Don't you dare take Marty McFly from me. I'll kill you. I'll fucking kill you.
I like how your
Nostalgia.
No! No! Do you remember Indiana Jones 4? No!
Oh my god.
I
think that
don't
was one.
care.
I think that was the most terrifying face I've ever seen.
Never again! I vowed once they killed my father in combat that I would never let another war bring us Back to the Future 4. I've seen the future. That's where I come from. Back to the Future, where they actually direct and film Back to the Future 4. And you know what happens? Skynet is real, and we all die. It's fucking horrible. No!
Wait, it's Star Wars 7!
No! Stop it! Please! Stop
Transformers
it!
5.
Can I just comment on how your hands are trembling like a crack addict and just having so much withdrawal?
Sebastian.
Calm down, Sebastian.
Sebastian.
Breathe.
Sebastian. There's
And this is
only-
the episode where.
No! I hate you so much. God, I'll kill you.
And this is.
And then I'll bury Andrew Garfield 15,000 feet below the Earth's surface.
And this
Right,
is the
Andrew
episode.
Garfield, I'm coming for you.
I just love
This
how
is
they
the episode where Sebastian gets nominated for an Oscar.
I beat you, Leonardo DiCaprio. Suck my dick.
Shut the fuck about Leonardo
No, actually, you know
DiCaprio.
what?
That is
That
one
man
thing.
deserves more awards
we,
in the ass.
we talked about
It's
this
true.
actually.
That is
the
one
Oscars
thing,
are the most
yes.
broken thing ever.
They really
because
are.
all the best actors have never won awards. Morgan Freeman doesn't have an Oscar.
He
No,
doesn't
he
need
doesn't.
an Oscar. He's Morgan Freeman.
He's got it.
He's
Yeah,
gone.
I mean, but it's
He's got
that
Morgan
same
Freeman's
logic
He
that's
didn't make
like,
his
well,
own.
Yeah,
you have
okay,
amazing-
and also, apparently, like, the voting process was leaked, and it's fucking broken as shit.
Yeah, they just kind of pull it out of a hat, pretty much.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, hey, here's, here's a list of movies for this category. Oh, I never heard about these. I only heard about this one, so I'm just gonna go vote for that one and abstain from the rest.
Yeah, that is the one thing
What?
that...
Or, I didn't see any of them, so I'm just gonna not vote at all, and those votes still get counted.
They
Yeah,
only voted
the-
for movies
the
people
biggest-
haven't seen.
The biggest issue that I really have with it is just like there's way it's not really something to watch anymore. It's a publicity stunt. You know,
Pretty
you go
much.
off and watch it. I
Yeah.
mean, and I was watching my Facebook feed as this is going on. I'm watching at least 5 separate people fucking hype like I swear to God, if Frozen didn't win an award, they would all hang themselves
They would all
right then and
commit
there. They
sudoku.
were that fucking
Hey,
hyped
hey,
about
hey,
it.
hey. Frozen. earned
Frozen's
it.
great,
Yeah,
but
Frozen.
like,
It's cool,
I'm
but
sorry,
the
but
hype,
Should've won-
like
gone
Jesus
one more.
Christ.
Shut
Yeah,
your
yeah.
dirty whore mouth.
You haven't
Hey,
seen it
hey,
yet.
hey, Lego movie, we'll get it.
Lego Movie
Lego
will.
Movie
I'm pretty
will.
sure 2014's Oscars will roll around. Lego Movie just wins like every award.
Yeah,
Chris Pratt wins Best Actor 15 times.
yeah.
Leonardo DiCaprio's just in
Probably.
a corner like, God, I hate my life.
Chris Pratt
No,
was
we actually came up with a perfect idea. Like when Leonardo DiCaprio finally wins his Oscar, he'll like walk up to his fireplace and he'll be like, "I don't need you anymore." He'll just burn it, and then when he's done with it, he'll bathe in the ashes and literally become the ultimate actor. He just his hair goes full yellow and he just
Super Saiyan.
He's going Super
and he's
Saiyan.
just his acting is like wonderful. He's like, "I declare," and he's just like fucking doing everything great. Yeah.
Yeah, just like
Basically, he just becomes every role ever.
No, and then Morgan Freeman he's off in like Tahiti or something, taking
Yeah,
a
like
vacation.
crying,
and it's-
watching
no,
it.
and then just suddenly, like, he starts crying. It's like, I felt something horrible
When
just
Morgan,
now.
when Morgan Freeman cries, he cries
Oh,
at
God.
Oscar awards.
He did it.
No, it's like-
I want an
The
Y'all-
Oscar.
chosen
y'all
one has
don't-
become found to us.
Y'all don't get it. Morgan Freeman made himself an Oscar award out of the dead carcasses of those motherfucking snakes off that motherfucking plane.
Get out of here, you heretic! My God, woman!
That's Samuel L.
What
Jackson.
the? No!
That's Samuel L. motherfucking Jackson.
I'm aware.
Oh my God, I hate you so much right now, you. Say all people look the same? What the fuck?
He's angry now.
I
He
really
literally
am.
banged himself so hard against the wall, his face broke. You can hear the thud. Listen closely.
That was a good thud.
No,
It was like a clap.
yeah, no, it sounded more like this.
I don't think I
That was
heard
a
it.
pathetic thud.
No,
I'm not gonna actually hurt
He's
myself
actually
for
he's,
this.
he's
He's gonna put a hole in
he's
his
actually
wall.
mastered the concept of lightly thudding himself, but it breaks his face.
Don't break the wall. Oh! I think I see a crack.
You put a hole in the wall.
No, but there's an oil stain
Are
up
you checking for
there.
cracks or why you the oil
greasy
off the
white
wall?
man.
But you know what? For real though, like seriously, people from Hover, fuck them. They're assholes.
Yeah,
Like,
seriously.
that's not funny. And
Not cool.
Like,
Yeah, they
I mean,
get
it just wasn't cool. Like, there's no point in that. Like, what was the point? Like, I get if it was a publicity stunt for Back to the Future 4, but they haven't even said that. So, like,
My
what
comment-
was the point?
Here-
to
here-
crush everyone's dreams?
Here's my
There's
thoughts.
another way of getting Christopher Lloyd on the screen.
Here's my thoughts. Like, comment, and subscribe if you agree that we're kind of fucking morons for believing that it was real, but also
I
like,
had a
comment, and
childhood.
subscribe.
I saw Back to the Future.
No, let me finish.
I believe trains can fly.
I'm gonna let you finish. But also
Called
like,
Firefly.
comment, and subscribe because we actually still have hopes and dreams, which most of you have given the fuck up.
Yeah.
If you think they're morons for believing it.
Yeah,
I saw the title, I was like, oh, that's interesting, maybe they did it. And I watched the video, I was like, no.
Exactly.
Yeah, I watched. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of finding it hard to believe this is
No,
real.
that-
When they
they
showed
must be-
just
I
the
tried-
hoverboard
I
floating
tried-
there,
I
I was like,
tried-
that's on fucking straight.
I tried to validate it for myself
I
using
did too.
science,
Everyone was
but
asking
it failed
questions.
me, and then I cried for a few
Everybody was
hours.
asking questions like, "How does that thing float?" It's like, because we were balancing out. It's like it bears your
Magnets!
weight. And I'm like, I don't
Actually,
see that
no.
being
That's
possible.
actually the leading.
Gyroscopically stable magnets.
That's actually the leading theory
That's-
right now. Is quantum
yes.
levitation theory is the best.
That's
leading theory
why
right
it was
now.
believable for us because electromagnetism is
But
basically
if
It's
you-
very
a solid
no,
idea.
Like, I understand it's a solid idea, but you look at the video At
Okay,
the
have
very
you-
end, there's a fucking
well-
little girl sitting on it playing a guitar 5 feet above the fucking ground, and there's full-grown men standing on it, and it's just like.
When we say we tried to validate it for ourselves, we weren't fucking kidding.
Oh,
okay, okay.
Gravity!
That one fucking kid is using it like a fucking skateboard.
No,
and
listen,
pushing his
listen,
foot in the air.
listen,
It's stupid.
Listen, the reason why it made sense to me is because a few,
Gyroscopically stable
okay,
electromagnets.
Hey, no, the reason why is because a few days ago I'd watched a lot of videos on quantum levitation theory because I actually saw the mass inertia video that they made where they used quantum levitation to make a mass inertia racetrack, which is fucking kick-ass. It's a little video where they actually made like an F-Zero racetrack and they just put the cars on it and it just flies around.
It was pretty.
It
was beautiful.
But the reason is that it worked. It's possible because based on how quantum levitation theory works, it's not going to lower or heighten itself. It'll stay at one basic point, but you theoretically can lower or heighten it based on, I think, the coolant that they put in the superconductor. It's complicated shit that I'm not even going to try to explain because I fully don't understand it because I'm not an MIT graduate. So, what are you, Asian dad?
Yeah, no.
Too bad.
You're the guy who knows and has seen and read everything.
I
Tell
have-
us.
okay.
Tell us.
The basic-
Please tell us.
okay.
Explain to
Okay,
us.
the basic-
Almighty holder of knowledge.
Okay,
Explain to us.
The basic gist of how it works is that you use a superconductor. The way magnetism works is when magnetism.
Fuck, where's my foot? I found my foot.
The way magnetism works is that when it it basically goes around a magnet, right? So quantum levitation theory is when you supercool a conductor, magnetism goes through a magnet, basically making it stable so that it floats. So the concept right now is that we could use the O's polarity as a big magnet. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. That's kind of totally possible if we can somehow amplify it and then also make these superconductors work. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I get that. So I was like, hey, this could totally be real. Like, I have beliefs and hope, and I've seen Back to the Future. So I was like, oh, man, this could work. And
because that is a scientifically sound reason.
And then 2 days later, I was like, you know what? No, this... I started to doubt myself for a little bit afterwards. Like, I was hopeful, but then at the same time, I was like, I don't know. Like, this is still kind of sketchy. Why would they all of a sudden tell Tony Hawk first? Because he's the world's first fucking skateboarder? Is that the reason why? Like, hey, we have skateboarding technology. Tony Hawk, you should do first.
Famous skateboarder.
He's not the
Well,
first.
to be fair, they told Christopher Lloyd first.
Yeah.
He's one of the most.
Because I've seen Back to the Future.
I just like how they were like he had to apologize. Like, they made me do it. They held me captive while trying to explain to me that this scene was a real thing.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
But for real though, like I can dream and
No, you can't.
sorry. But another thing too, one quick thing I wanted to tell people is like if you have a site that you really love, don't use ad block on it. I learned this the other day. I was watching a video on The Escapist, and one of the guys was like, "Hey, so like, I don't care if you use ad block, but just know that like I make money off of doing this. So when you guys use ad block, like
You're
you're preventing me from making profit to continue making content for you.
Yep.
So don't." And then he brought up a good point. It's like I don't want you to be using ad block and then tell me how to fucking make my content.
That's
And I was like, that makes sense. I love you for saying that. I'm gonna delete ad block off of this
that's
page.
what they do for YouTube as well. Like all those advertisements you see on there, those are all
Yeah.
basically getting those.
Yeah, I don't want to
to
give PewDiePie any more money. So
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
no offense to you, Mr. Whatever Felix, whatever your name is.
Or maybe a little
Weird
Hey,
Swedish man that, quite frankly,
Yeah, he's a
shouldn't
cool
be
guy,
in
but
his
I'm
closet.
tired of funding his channel because it's kind of getting.
My channel, I totally don't even do the fucking ad thing. I don't want to.
But for real though, like you know.
Like, bro, let's go get some brewskis.
Let's go get some.
Y'all want to go surfing in the ocean? Totally
What?
right here.
Let's go get some corn dogs.
Bro.
You do not eat corn dogs on the beach.
Yes,
you
you
ignorant
do.
fuck.
You know how much I love corn dogs.
I've seen Back to the Future.
On the boardwalk, yeah. But
Yeah,
on the
dude.
beach.
Remember
just
that
right next
time
to
that
the
Marty
beach.
McFly was gonna street race Flea,
Wait,
but
Yeah.
he didn't?
Because they called him a chicken. But you wouldn't know that because you never saw Back to the Future.
Yeah, you wouldn't have even known it was Flea.
You don't even
What?
know who Marty McFly is.
I do.
You don't
It's
even
okay,
know
you
who
really
Flea
didn't think
is.
about that movie either.
I've watched the epic rap battle between the Doctor and
Close enough.
what's his face?
Alright.
No. Yeah.
2 watts.
You know what? For real though, last thing, just for people that know, I actually, Sebastian is saying this. I give a shit about next gen consoles all of a sudden now.
What?
What?
Because
Wow.
Batman Arkham Knight. I'm sorry, okay? That looks like the best Batman game ever.
The Wii U.
Batman. It's the next gen console. Yes, it's great.
Yeah,
I'm talking
really
about
is
next gen
fixing the next-gen
entertainment
console.
systems. I started to give a shit about next gen entertainment systems because of.
I want my gaming console to game. I don't care about all this other stuff.
But
Yeah,
don't you
for
want
real.
sports and Netflix and TV
TV.
I
And
have-
NFL. NFL.
NFL,
Sports.
sports,
I don't-
Sports TV.
I spend my
TV.
time- I spend my time
You can
on
use it
YouTube.
as a TV tuner. TV.
John
NFL.
It'll watch you while you sleep.
John Madden.
If I want entertainment,
John
I go to my
Madden.
YouTube.
John Madden.
You ever want to record when you
John
masturbate?
Madden.
It'll do that for you.
Hey,
But it's simple. If I
Free
I game on
For
the
what?
Here's today only. Xbox One. Free.
console. Game.
Yeah.
YouTube. Game.
Yeah.
Two things.
See, it's
Going
like
together.
I was telling my buddy at work the other day. It's like I already bought my next gen console. It's called DS. That means it doesn't suck.
And it's also free because it's the 3DS.
It doesn't shove
No, it
it
says-
down my throat. The 3D thing, which I don't need, I can turn off if I want to. I didn't have to buy it, but I did.
That's the 3 things about the about the.
Why do you think
DS.
it's the
It's
best?
the
Xbox, you have to buy the
Doesn't
fucking
suck.
Kinect. They're not getting rid of it.
But still, Arkham Knight. If you haven't seen the trailer, go watch it. 'Cause
It looks
seriously,
really
holy
good.
fucking shit! Oh my
And-
god, I
and-
can't even fap enough about that game. They brought back what's his face who actually plays the voice of
Oh,
Batman.
I
Yes,
love
Kevin-
what.
Yes.
Yeah,
Kevin somebody is.
Kevin Bacon.
No.
Oh,
Yo, you mean Ben?
Hartman.
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Hartman, yes.
Kevin Hartman,
Whatever
yeah.
his name is. They brought him back to be Batman. Like
Yes.
after he said, "I'm quitting. I'm never doing Batman again." They brought him back. I'm gonna
Thing is because it's Rockstar.
go home and tweak your nipples about it.
Rockstar's making it.
I'll do it right now.
What?
No.
The souls of
Apparently they're gonna make. They may
Oh.
put like vehicles in this game. So.
I'm okay with that because they're actually making the map huge. Also, last thing, you know, for all our fans, before Dark Souls 2 comes out,
You won't see us
so
next
if
year.
you hate yourself really, really hard, try the SL1 playthrough.
What?
Oh, you know what that is, right? Basically, the thing is,
Oh,
you basically
oh,
try
no,
to join the
no.
Dark Wraith at level 1. So that means through the entirety of the game, you can't level up until you beat the 4 kings. Enjoy
Dude,
it.
that shit's not hard at all. What are you
no.
talking
Dude,
about?
it's frustrating.
Yeah, it's frustrating, but as soon as you get the
Well, now they know! They weren't supposed to know that!
Good job.
you pretty much have an idea to do that. It's the only weapon you can pretty much use at soul level 1 anyway that actually does
Plus,
anything.
I guess I'll
What
go home
weapon
and do
that?
that tonight.
Oh, wow.
Wait,
Thanks.
don't
Don't
actually-
be an asshole.
Well, I already did it. I finished
It's up at the club.
Oh.
Oh man, my cousin, he's like, yeah, I'm only level 8 because I'm making a PvP build.
What?
I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with
I'm
you?
making a PvP.
You
build.
stupid 14-year-old shithead.
Dude, don't you understand? I'm making a PvP build. I've never seen Back to the Future.
You're not playing World of Warcraft here.
Yeah, what the fuck?
he's too
David, if you're listening,
Go fuck yourself.
educate yourself.
Wait, kill yourself.
In those exact steps.
Kill yourself, go educate yourself then.
No, go fuck yourself, kill yourself, educate. Oh, wait, no.
What the fuck?
Either way, you're screwed.
Educate yourself after you're dead so we don't have to hear your bullshit.
Go kill yourself by fucking yourself.
Oh my god.
While you're educating yourself.
Well, while playing Dark
So
Souls,
shove the
kill
bar.
yourself
So
is
shove
educating.
a. While you're reading a book.
Hey, no. Okay.
Shove a
David, I'm sorry for what these assholes are saying.
We love you, David. I don't even know who you are, but you sound like a nice kid. But just, God, stop playing Dark Souls.
Also, change your outgoing voicemail message.
Fuck you, David.
Anyway, you know, last thing, in case if we have any Austin fans that are interested, ETO will be at Pinballs during times at
places.
on the date of
March.
2014. Please join us if you're interested at those times.
I like how you're confident it'll be this year.
Huh?
Yeah, why
Why
don't
are we
you-
doing it this year?
Yeah. What the fuck?
If needed, I can just you know do that thing where I make the whole thing disappear and then boop.
We gotta. We'll talk about
And
more
then it's
about
purple.
that.
Also, last thing, don't invest in Bitcoin or you will vanish and die.
Where?
No, you won't vanish. Your money will vanish.
Yeah, and die.
and still die.
Oh God, who is it?
It's Chippy!
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 I don't know.
Dude, hasn't he died like 3
Did
times
you bring
now?
Starbucks?
Nope.
Damn it!
Chippy praises the sun.
All right, before we go, guys,
Chippy
just
is
to let
the
you
sun.
know, check out all the major game companies that we mentioned earlier in the podcast if you're interested in finding out more about.
Well,
fancy
they're not
games
major
like
game companies. They're
that. Well,
indie
these
companies.
revolutionary indie companies.
Yeah.
You have to add in
Major
the revolutionary
players
because
is what
you're
you meant to
Mexican.
say.
Revolution!
And we're back.
So on a quick topic that we actually just like really
Recently-
forgot to mention and just recently
We totally didn't
recorded.
forget.
Congress sucks.
Please enlighten us about
Okay,
this.
so I was doing my browsing thing. I think this was like
For porn.
my porn. This isn't a side ad on my
Congress
porn
porn.
site. Oh yeah, old men, so
Seth
good.
Rogen.
Nothing ever
So-
happens.
So I was just doing my internet thing and I
Was
see
Monica
this article.
Lewinsky in there?
I see this article and I was like, oh cool, Seth Rogen, whatever, what this guy's up to now, you know, like fucking around. And I opened it up and it turns out Seth Rogen actually made a proposal to Congress a lot too long ago about his mother-in-law who has early onset Alzheimer's, and he and Seth Rogen and his wife have started up this thing called.
He's married? Fucking goddamn it!
They started up
you're
this
right.
this fundraising like for research.
fucking-
I think it's some. I can't remember the name of it now. Something for hilarity.
Dude,
You can
Kristen
look it up
Bell
if
is
you look
married
up
to
Seth
Dax
Rogen.
Shepard.
But anyway, he goes to Congress to give this really heartfelt appeal for more funding for research about Alzheimer's because his mother-in-law cannot physically take care of herself. She can't go to the bathroom by herself. She can't wash herself.
Yeah.
She is basically a walking, breathing.
I'm
vegetable.
sorry, but I thought you said she has Terry Schiavo? I'm sorry. I thought you said she has cheese, and I was like, that's not so bad.
Irish
That's not
cheese
so
also.
bad. That's
Wait,
cheese.
no,
That's not so
no,
bad.
but
Cheese is
like,
not so bad.
I get where he's coming from. I mean, and you know, because my has dementia, and her ability to function on her own is just.
But the bad thing is when you go to appeal for Congress, they obviously know, hey, this is what we're doing today, this is what's on the docket. Only about 5 fucking congressmen showed up for this. And they didn't even, just because he was an actor, they didn't even give him a fucking chance. And it was a serious thing that he wanted to talk to them about.
That's the problem now. It's like when you guys should get important, like, you know, celebrities who want to talk about serious discussions like this, they don't take it seriously. Congress is like, oh, you're not somebody
Especially not
important.
if it's a comedian.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're just
exactly.
doing it for publicity.
You're doing it for publicity, or
No,
you're just doing it as
I
a
mean-
joke.
Seth Rogen, like, as much as he plays, you know, funny characters and stuff, he's a great guy. So, you know, if somebody legitimately cares about something, they're gonna let you know that they really care about
It's
it and that they want to change it.
It's the same. Have you ever you know Russell Brand, right?
Yeah.
Russell Brand. Have you ever heard him like talk about, like, you know, he has his talk show now, right? He did this one really heartfelt thing where we started. He's like, you know, when I was poor, people told me that when I bitch about the system, oh, you're just bitching about the system. You're fucking stupid. You don't know jack shit. And now that I'm rich, and when I bitch about the system, they're calling me a hypocrite, and they're telling me that I'm stupid, and they're telling me that, well, I'm privileged, so I don't know jack shit about the system. So it's funny, because no matter where you are, people are still going to tell you you don't know jack shit, and they're never going to listen to you.
Pretty much.
I want to point out that for the current system as it stands, congressmen have 3 main goals to say. One, getting reelected, that's their paycheck.
Yeah.
Now, they will say whatever they need to say to get elected, doesn't mean they're going to do it.
You know,
The president's in the spotlight, so he has to try to a lot more than
Yeah.
the congressman. Congressmen can kind of just say, oh, everyone else voted against me. And
I'll
no one's
totally
gonna,
do that.
and no one's going to pin you against it, because if everyone else voted against you, quote unquote, they can't be proved.
yeah. Just to let y'all know, like, real quick, like, hey, it's voting week. Congress is a 7% approval rating. Yeah, go vote, or they're going to be in Congress again. So, you know, yeah, go
We'll
actually
way back
do
in the
shit.
shithole.
And I'm tired of hearing people give me the excuse, well, voting doesn't do anything. I'm like, yeah, because you're not voting, so it doesn't do anything.
They're just basically putting him back in the chair.
Like, you're literally just letting Satan go back to his throne and be like, I'm going. You don't want that. You don't want that. I'm
What
pretty
did you say,
eat,
Dex?
baby.
That's not.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
no, Russell Brand, you know,
Yeah.
coming from, you know, low, you know, from, you know,
Standings.
low side of the totem pole and working his way up, you know, I 100% respect people who, you know, can start from nothing and, you know, work their way up the
Yeah.
system. Like my boss, my assistant manager, who was let go by my that's right, I'm selling you short. fuck you. You know, he was homeless most of his childhood, and he was, he worked his way up, and he was the assistant manager of the store I work at. So it's possible. But don't. One of the things that I learned from is, don't forget where you came from. Stay true to your roots, and if you have the ability to help someone who's in a situation that you're familiar with, fucking do it.
Yeah, that's why Russell Brand and Seth Rogen are pretty great people. I mean, they're really down to earth for being like actors. They're really down to earth. Like Russell Brand's really down to earth.
Like you said about he came from poor childhood.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Oh, he's super
Rogen,
nice.
But, I mean, if you know what that's like, you're going to be a lot more empathetic.
Yeah.
To that shit.
No, like when Russell Brand goes to like do stuff, he's like super nice. He talks to everybody, and he's like he tries to take like time to talk with all the people that are like his fans. He's like like I get, and like he's super nice. Like I can't remember what it was, but somebody like on this show actually asked him for like advice in acting, and he like gave them his phone number and was like, call me later and we'll talk and I'll help you out.
Wow.
And I was like, Jesus. I was like, no fucking
That's
actor
way.
like he's a super chill guy. Like it's funny. It's funny. Like the three actors that are really chill is like Seth Rogen and Michael Cera and Russell Brand. Is fucking. Remember, I don't know if you guys saw there was an article on Forbes where somebody like accidentally wrong numbered Michael Cera, and he started texting them back, like asking them dated. Like, hey, man, how's your day going? Oh, and the guy's like, dude, I saw you on TV. It was so he's like, hi, yeah, I remember doing that commercial. And he sent him a picture. He's like, yeah, this is Michael Cera, and I was like, what the fuck?
It's nice to see the quote unquote famous celebrities or whatever that
Being
are like
people.
being people.
I'm pretty
They're
sure
not
in
all
real life,
titles
Michael Cera
or
is
what
just
People
fuck
need to
them.
realize that they're human beings. Don't treat them like
Yeah.
food or.
Like they're all not up on their pedestal. Like, oh, I'm so
Yeah.
amazing and great.
Yeah, they're not
That
Christian
shades
Bale.
and stuff.
Oh yeah, I forgot who it was. It was Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard. They actually recently started up a campaign trying to keep paparazzos from fucking taking pictures of celebrities' kids. I mean that's
Yeah, that's bad.
fucking
Yeah, hold on.
inconsiderate and rude.
Yeah,
Very.
what they instantiated is that currently you have to now actually ask for permission, because before you didn't have to ask for permission to get pictures of the kids.
Well, like you gotta think about it. Just because they're celebrities doesn't give you an excuse. Like if you were out in a park, you'd still have to say, "Hey, I'm taking photos that I'm gonna use to produce and whatever. Can I take pictures of your kids?" You still have to ask people, but paparazzis never do. It's awful.
Yeah.
kinda how
that's
we
the
were.
problem with
It's
They're
society.
fucking sharks.
That's why when we were in South by Southwest, Tux was like, "Hey, we should do an interview." And I'm like, "Is it okay if we record you?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's cool." I was like, "That's what you gotta do. You gotta ask them.
Yeah.
Can we record
Yeah.
you?"
Oh yeah, like we asked if we could take pictures of everything. We're like, can we take pictures? They're like, yeah, okay.
That's the problem with society in general. Is like celebrities are so up there. They're like
Because
everyone pays attention to them for whatever reason.
And whatever they
It's like
do,
they're the
everyone thinks that's-
ideal thing.
But the thing is that I
If they
find
make a
in
mistake,
different
everyone
social norms,
pays a lot.
celebrities mean different things. Like to me, celebrities aren't actors. To me, celebrities are like game developers. Like those are my celebrities.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's coming from a lot of perspective. Like some people, celebrities are authors and shit. You know. But yeah, like on the
J.K.
main,
Rowling, boom, perfect example.
like on the main topic though, like yeah, like fucking. That's fucked up that happened to Seth Rogen. It's fucked up that Congress does that to normal people too.
And if we can broaden that, it's messed up that Congress is not addressing problems that.
No, Congress doesn't address anything.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Nothing major
Except their own
that's
pay.
requested has been addressed for a while. It's been a party debate, not a debate of what's best for the country.
Yeah.
That's a big
So,
problem going on right now.
What y'all need
Yeah.
to do is two things. Go fucking vote, please. Like, I'm not telling you this is like,
Vote or die.
business numbers. I'm telling you this is like a fellow American. An American! I know you love that word and you're gonna listen to it. Go fucking vote, please. So, I'm gonna whistle the Star Spangled Banner in French.
Patriotism.
That's my line, asshole.
Woo! All right, but for real though, yeah, go vote and make sure that you get that fucking 7% approval rating down to 0. So,
And goodbye.
Revolution!